Hey YouTube. So today I wanted to discuss some of the different Braille kind of technology out there. The three items I'm going to be discussing are my slate and stylus, the Braille writer, and my Braille note taker, which is like 10 years old, so it's an older model. Mine happens to be a Braille Sense from Humanware. They're, like I said, Freedom Scientific. I've used their Braille notes. I like both companies. There are other things out there that you can totally check out. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the slate and stylus. The pros, it's massively portable. It's not noisy. It's really simplistic. It's the closest thing that blind people have to handwriting. No thrills, nothing on it to really break, very durable. The cons, it's slower until you learn how to use it. Some people are very fast, very proficient. It can be a bit more complex and tricky to learn. The stylus is a bit small. It could be kind of easy to misplace or lose. Honestly, it's one of those devices that you're gonna have to practice with. You're not gonna be good at it overnight. If it's not something that you see the benefit in learning, you're not gonna mess with it and you're not gonna get proficient at it. And is that a problem? Not necessarily. You know, it's how much do you think you're going to use it and do you see the benefit in it? And a lot of people, quite frankly, don't. But I do think you should have one. I do think it's a skill you should be somewhat familiar with, just so you have that option, just in case you need to jot something down. It's there. A lot of people will leave it kind of like by their phone if you need to jot down like a phone number or something. Obviously there's other ways. You can use computers. A tape recorder is another big one. You know, again, it's completely what you think. This is a Braille writer. Its pros is it's intuitive. You know, you just type. We all type on computers. Before that, you know, there were typewriters. It's quicker to learn. It's easier to master. There's not much on it that can go wrong. They're sturdy. They're built to last. Again, it's no thrills. You know, neither one of these devices take electricity. You don't need to charge them. There they are. The cons, they're kind of heavy. And if you have, in both of the past devices, if you have limited mobility or arthritis in your hands, that could create issues. The Braille writer specifically, it's not nearly as portable as the slate and stylus or the Braille note taker. There is a handle. It's a bit heavier. It's not impossible though. If you're going away for the weekend and maybe you're a writer or something like that, it's not gonna be a pain in the butt to mess with. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. Well, it's durable. It's not the most rugged piece of equipment, so I would be careful kind of about where you take it. And it is a bit noisy. You can buy padding to make it less noisy. Again, no thrills, nothing like that. The price is a con. A new one's about $800-900. I have found refurbished ones for as low as $400. And every now and again, you might need to send it in kind of for a tune-up. You're gonna have to look around and find places. It's fine. I do recommend that if you have kids learning Braille, you do obtain one in some way. It helps build up muscles. It's instant tactile feedback, and it's something that, you know, you invest in. Ideally, they should be able to use that for many years to come. So I would definitely consider, and if you can't get one, make sure your school district has one. Perkins kind of is the known broider. It's very, very basic. It's kind of like Kleenex, you know, for tissues. Again, I would definitely recommend getting one of these if you can. Now, the next piece of advice is a Braille note taker. It doesn't have to be this note taker. This is not specific to this note taker. The pros: it's light, it's portable, there's a strap, the buttons aren't as hard to press. You can go ahead, you can put this into one-handed mode if you do only have one hand. There are one-handed Braille writers you can buy, so that could be a wash depending between them. You can, if you get one that has a Braille display, instant feedback. Again, typing is extremely intuitive to us. You can obviously print things out or email things, save things on memory sticks, whatever, for sighted individuals. You can, if you buy add-ons, it can act as a GPS. It can do other functions just depending on the model you get. You know, they come with a scientific calculator in them. It's kind of like a Braille laptop. Most of them can surf the internet. You know, so it has a lot more functionality than just doing Braille. Now the cons. The big con is the price. They're $4,000 to $6,000. Most of what they can do, besides reading and writing Braille, obviously you can also like read files, read books, things of that nature on here, which is great. But most of us are proficient at typing. Sorry, that's my ice maker. You know, most of what you do, you can do on a computer. Now, is it handy? Is this a bit more convenient to carry around than a laptop? If you're gonna do everything on this and don't need to carry around a laptop too, sure it is. If you're gonna have to carry around both, you know, that's up to you. Now, for people who maybe like to read books, you know, physically read them, this is kind of like an e-reader. It's right there. You know, you're not carrying around volumes and volumes of Braille books. Also, if you like reading, you're not paying the money to buy Braille books, which can be expensive. You can go to Bookshare and get the BRF files. These also read Word files and files of that nature. So if you are a more visual / tactile reader, however you want to describe that, a Braille note taker might be worth it. If you don't really like screen readers, or if you don't get enjoyment out of listening to voiceover or talkback or whatever screen reading program you use, but you still want access to Bookshare books, again, it could be worth it. As always, if you get services through Braille Rehab, talk to them. Talk to your local Lions Club, might be a place to check out. You could try your insurance. You know, it really is one of those things that's really individualized. So before spending, you know, $4,000 to $6,000, ask yourself, are you really going to use it? For some of you, that answer might be yes. For others of you, that answer might be no. Unlike the other two items, I don't recommend or disrecommend a Braille note-taking device, because it really is, will it benefit your life? Will it make your life easier? Honestly, only you know that. You know, some of the features aren't as important now with phones getting so much better. A calendar, an alarm clock, a timer. Again, you can do all that with your phone, but some people really like to have that tactile feedback for like a calendar. So again, it's really, really individualized. Do keep in mind, I didn't mention this in my cons, but you are going to need to charge the device. It is one more thing to worry about being charged. There is a lot more that can go wrong with it because it is a more complex device. There is normally like some kind of warranty on it. You know, I've had mine 10 years, it still works. Again, you're really gonna have to know if it's something that you're going to use. So as always, you can leave a comment down below if you have any questions. You can email me at blynddde1@gmail.com. Feel free to find me on Facebook. My name's Amanda. The easiest place to find me is in the Blind and Visually Impaired Support Network. I'll be the one that sometimes posts videos. You could always just ask, hey, where's the blind chick that, you know, is on The World Is Seen by Me Blind, the one that's always recommending this group. Or post your question up there for those people. They're just as capable, if not more so, of answering any questions that you have as I am. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this has helped somebody.